What's going on? You now tuned in to Mogul Mined. It's none iller. It's another moment of knowledge for you. Today we're going to talk about acceptance. And what you should face when you're accepting things. I come from a community to where you're just supposed to let a lot of stuff slide depending on who it is. You're supposed to let a lot of stuff go depending on who it is. That means, I was taught your elders can kind of do whatever because you're supposed to respect your elders. Your family can kind of do whatever because, they're family. And also, depending upon that, different combinations, it gets kind of confusing, right? I'm here to tell you, you don't need to accept that. And this is kind of hard to say, because depending on how you were told, the people who are supposed to protect you and have protected in the history of civilization, for the most part, parents, grandparents, cousins, sisters, brothers, close friends, they're kind of in roles to make you better and protect you and all that. But that's not always the key. Everybody has different scenarios. Past relationships, right there. Past relationships. Build your level of tolerance, but also be so secure in yourself that you know what you will accept and you won't. I know someone who had a tough past. I've had a tough past with family and parents and everything. But I know someone who had a situation and they were doing it all. They made it all dope. Didn't really have the money, had set up everything for special for their parent. They knew their parent was going through something. They were like, I'm gonna use my last. I know they deserve it. They've been through hardships. I'm gonna give them everything they want. I know it's a birthday coming up, it's all that kind of stuff. And the person wasn't appreciative. What do you do with that? What do you do with that as the person who gets excited to do something for someone who doesn't appreciate you? You allow it? You're comfortable with it? Are you comfortable with that? I'm not bringing this up because it's smart for you to cause confrontation. That's not the case. It's just a difference between not accepting things and causing a big scene. I rarely allow myself to be confrontational. Not because I can't, but because I don't want my own energy off. Like, I got things to do. I got to get up. I inspire. I motivate. But I also just lock in the fact that this moment might not be the one for me to be interacting with you. And we'll decide whether or not I'm going to continue to do so afterwards. Because when we became a thing, family, whatever the case, it could be by birth, it could be by connection, I thought we had a mutual agreement that we try our best to look out for the other person. That's not always the case. Some people don't sign that unwritten agreement. But what you have to challenge yourself to do is stand on your own too. How far is too far? How much do you accept before you say that's enough? When I used to talk to, there were times where I talked to my mom. She'd call and it might get hostile or something. And And I be going through so many thoughts, like, why today? Why is there an issue? Like, blah, 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 whatever the case. So many thoughts we go through as humans, as people. And I remember at one point something clicked. And I respectfully was like, I'm gonna have to let you go. Probably in that tone, maybe not, but it wasn't hostile. That's for sure. Well, the energy wasn't in a negative state. It was this conversation needs to end. And the dopest part about that, I didn't feel bad about it. I didn't feel bad saying, yeah, this ain't for me. Because I refused to stop accepting certain things. You ever watch a movie and you've been watching the whole behind the scenes, the whole build up to a point? You got this fighter, trainer, deadly. He one of the most deadliest fighters out there. He's disciplined though. You've seen him on the workout part. You've seen him where he's just beasting. He's in there like a machine, just killing things, right? So then he steps up and he gets put in a situation. So now he has these outside enemies attacking him. Or maybe it's an old bully. Maybe he was training after this bully beat him up the first time. And that person's just pushing him, hitting him, calling him out his name. And he walks away. You as the person spectating, you know what you think. You like, because if he would have showed him what he got, he would have really gave it to him. That's where you need to be. Stop accepting what you don't need to accept. That is your power. Your power lies in the fact that in your level of growth, in your professional, personal, spiritual, mental space, you are the decision maker. There is not $1 amount, emotional amount, personal amount, physical amount that justifies you accepting something that you should not. It's not there. But what you can do is appreciate that situation and take notes of it. Because whatever you stop accepting at that moment, you just set the tone for your progression. Stop accepting those friendships to where that person thinks it's okay to belittle you jokes every 5 minutes or when they can. Stop accepting those conversations that bring toxic thoughts to you. Stop accepting those people who you tell them your dreams and they laugh and tell you, well, you're not going to achieve it. Because it all is part of who you are becoming and growing to be. It's not. Is your life a joke to you? I ain't think so. So why is it a joke to anybody else? Set your terms, set what you accept. If you put in the work and you know for a fact you should be making like $40 or $50 an hour, don't accept that $13 or $14 an hour job unless, let me add this, unless you have an exit strategy or a plan to get you closer to what you deserve. But don't settle. Don't settle at all. I love working for free when it makes sense, because it's not working for free. I'm paying my way elsewhere. I'm learning. I've done internships. I've done free things in my different part of my crafts because it was something I wanted to learn, or a certain technique, or somebody I believed in, and I invested. all to increase my worth. Don't accept that small job because you feel that's where you are, because maybe that's where you were. Stop accepting what's not for you and that you have made the decision to not accept anymore. Don't make exceptions based on what you're accepting. I don't care who it's for. I don't care if your best friend calls you today and belittled you and told you this and that. Get off the phone. When they're serious about insulting you, get off the phone. And that might not be your friend. Time does not equal power or strength. I'm not going to give you all the little sayings that go with that. Oh, no matter how long or somebody else, we can meet somebody in 2 months and they have, nah, we scrap all that. Your story is your story. The problem is you keep looking at your story like it's not your story. You keep looking at it from the outside in and you subconsciously are letting stuff bypass. Nah. You have a certain religion, you have a certain cultural belief, and you let people make fun of it. One, either you're not really about that religion or culture, and maybe you got it from your parents and you're unsure. You could be in a discovering phase. Or two, you're not secure and confident enough in what you believe to stand up for it. And once again, it's not about confrontation. Not at all. This is about being you and powerful in yourself. This is the day's moment of knowledge with the one and only None Illa. Make sure you tap in. If you got something from this, good. If you didn't, make sure you kick into the next one. Maybe the next message is for you. As always, appreciate your time and effort. And I'll keep in touch with you.